Hello and welcome. I'm an AI expert with a deep focus on modern hospitality operations. And it's my pleasure to welcome all of you from Europe Hotel School to your online learning journey. Today, we are diving into a topic that is truly the heart and soul of incredible service, guest-centered resolution. Let's get started and see how this way of thinking can absolutely shape your future career. So, what do we actually mean by guest centered resolution? At its core, it's not just a list of rules or some procedure you follow when things go wrong. It's much deeper than that. It's a philosophy, a mindset, really, that completely shifts your focus from the problem to the person who is experiencing that problem. And this quote just says it all, doesn't it? It perfectly captures that shift. Look, anyone can be trained to follow a checklist, but a true hospitality professional, they understand that the goal isn't just to fix an issue. The real goal is to provide genuine, meaningful care. It's the difference between just a transaction and a real human connection. Okay, so first, we're going to lay the groundwork for this entire approach, because before you can master the how, you have to really truly understand the why. This philosophy is the foundation, the bedrock, for every single excellent guest interaction you'll ever have. This right here highlights the absolutely critical role of emotion. Of course, policies and operational rules, they provide necessary boundaries. But the true measure of your success, it isn't just about whether you solve the problem. It's about how you manage the guest's emotional journey. The ultimate goal is making sure they walk away feeling heard, respected, and genuinely valued. And that philosophy leads us straight into our second section, building that emotional foundation. See, before you can even think about solving a problem, you have to manage the emotional climate in the room. It all starts by building trust and rapport. The very first, and honestly the most critical step, is simple acknowledgement. When a guest is upset, their emotional state is often a much bigger deal to them than the practical issue itself. By sincerely saying something like, "I can completely understand why you're frustrated," you're not admitting fault. You're just validating their right to feel that way. And that immediately shows respect and makes them so much more open to hearing a solution. So once you've acknowledged how they feel, the next step is reassurance. A guest with a problem can feel pretty uncertain, maybe even a little alone. Your calm communication, your confident body language, and a clear statement like, "Don't worry, I am here to help you with this." Well, that provides some really crucial emotional stability. You instantly become their partner, and you transform what could be a confrontation into a collaboration. All right, now that we've set that emotional foundation, we can start to build the procedural framework right on top of it. This section is all about the structured, practical steps that will guide the interaction toward a really positive outcome. This brings us to what we call the resolution pathway, a simple but really powerful three-step process. First, address the issue promptly. Speed shows you care, and it stops a guest from feeling like they're being ignored. Second, be transparent. Guests don't expect perfection, but they do expect honesty. And third, whenever you can, offer choices. This is huge because it empowers the guest and gives them back a sense of control in what can be a pretty stressful moment. This slide really puts it all into sharp contrast, doesn't it? The mechanical approach just rigidly follows policy, focusing only on getting the task done. But the guest-centered professional, well, they use policy as a guide, sure, but their main focus is on the guest's feelings because they're aiming to build a genuine connection. And that right there is the difference between just average service and truly memorable hospitality. Okay, so let's explore how we can build a truly special connection. This next section is all about adding that final layer of genuine, personal care that takes a good resolution and makes it great, makes it memorable. Personalization is absolutely key. And it doesn't have to be some grand, expensive gesture. It can be as simple as remembering a guest's name or a small detail they mentioned earlier. If you listen carefully, you can start to understand what they really value. Is it speed? Is it a quiet room? When you tailor your solution, it shows you see them as an individual, not just a room number. And that's how you turn a transaction into a relationship. And finally, let's talk about the empathetic follow-up. A quick phone call or a short handwritten note after the issue has been resolved, it can be incredibly powerful. It proves your care was authentic, that you weren't just trying to close a ticket and move on. This simple act shows the guest that they matter to you as a person. And believe me, it is one of the most effective ways to build remarkable, lasting loyalty. We've now arrived at our conclusion, where we get to see the ultimate result of mastering these skills. This isn't just about damage control, you see. It's about seizing an opportunity for a real transformation. So here it is, the most important takeaway. A problem is actually a gift. It really is. It's a chance to show a guest what your brand and what you truly stand for during their most vulnerable moment. And when you resolve that moment with empathy, with clarity, with attentiveness, you build a bond that is often even stronger than if nothing had gone wrong in the first place. That is the deepest expression of hospitality there is. So I'll leave you with this final thought. Long after the specific details of the problem have faded away, your guest will remember one thing: how you made them feel. Will they remember feeling dismissed and frustrated, or will they remember feeling valued, heard, and genuinely cared for? That choice? Well, that choice is yours in every single interaction.